Hey there, you're watching Amitha Verma. Today, I wanted to talk about a very overlooked area when you're designing your home. I'm talking about the walls. Now, I wanted to share a little bit about my design process to show you just how impactful focusing on your walls can be. Now, if you go through your home, let's say your living room or your dining room, and you furnish the entire room, if you don't think about the walls, that room is still going to feel very unfinished and incomplete. And our goal is to make our rooms warm, welcoming, and cozy by the time we're done with our projects. So today, I'm going to share with you a couple of different ways for you to learn how to style your walls so you can get that full, rich, finished feeling in your room designs. I typically look for old doors. This could be interior doors or pieces that have come off a piece of furniture, old shutters, and then I love to look for larger wall art pieces such as very oversized, almost wall-sized paintings, and of course, statement mirrors. So now let's break it down to how exactly you're going to do this. Now I want to talk about one area of my shop that I wanted to design in some really beautiful whites, creams, and blue-gray tones. So I started with the very first piece, a beautiful set of whitewashed French country antique doors that came off a piece of furniture to create the first layer of my wall decor. Then, once that was in place, I selected the perfect piece of artwork to complement all the different colors in this collection to layer on top of the old doors. This is one of my favorite design tricks to do whenever I'm working on a wall, where I will start with one piece and then layer another piece right on top of it. Now, once I've accomplished designing the center portion of my wall, I just start working my way out. I usually flank whatever is in the center with a pair of beautiful sconces because remember, I love that beautiful side light that it gives in the room. And then I'll tend to do something opposite of what is in the center or of the design I've created. So for example, this one has a painting. So I might create a collection of smaller art, engravings, or perhaps mirrors on the side. So there's always a little bit of variety and something different. Now let me share another section with you. If we move over here, you're going to see this is our kind of natural earthy tones section where we're really enjoying a lot of beautiful earth tones and natural woods. I had a big blank empty wall that definitely needed to be covered up, so I started with these gorgeous pine door panels. These are very old doors that we have turned into panels to create that backdrop for our shop and to create that designed wall. Now, this beautiful honey tone color is the perfect backdrop for when I want to put something dark to give it that beautiful contrast, just like you can see with this gorgeous oversized farmhouse style clock. I'm going to share one more example so I can make sure that you really understand the concept. In this section, you can see that, again, I've used some beautiful old furniture antique doors to create a backdrop for this area that we were styling. Now, why this is very unique and why I want to share this with you is because we wanted to style this section, or I want to style this section to feel like fall and then roll into the holiday season. So rather than keep it light, I love the dark, rich tones of the wood in contrast to a lot of the whitewashed natural furniture that's in this section. Just by adding this little pair of doors, it immediately felt rich and traditional and cozy and welcoming. Like I can almost imagine there being a fireplace with chestnuts roasting right around the corner. And that's exactly the feeling that adding this set of doors gave the shop in front of all this beautiful whitewashed furniture. And this is something that you can easily swap out. When it comes time to be spring or summer and you want something more light and airy, you could just slide these doors out, store them in your storage, and then replace them with something a little lighter, maybe something more whitewashed, more chippy with the whites and the blues and the greens that feel a little bit more like the next season. Now, speaking of things that you can switch out, one of my favorite wall decor items are old, vintage, or antique shutters. If I'm lucky enough to find a collection of 4 or 6 matching shutters, my favorite technique is then to create a little wall of shutters to create that additional layer of wall decor, and like I shared with you earlier, start layering in vintage art or other interesting objects. Now, if I can't find 4, if I can only find 2, another tip I'd love to share with you is I use them to break them up and then flank a larger piece of furniture, most frequently a buffet in a dining room. This is one of my go-to tricks to give the wall that little pop or that filled in factor that I can then start layering with other pieces. Now, the great thing about the shutters is it creates sort of like a border, and so then you know what is left to design rather than looking at a big empty wall thinking, where do I start? Once you've got that center section, then you know you can look for a beautiful mirror or a piece of art and maybe add in some sconces or some lamps to really fill in that section and have that full feeling of a well-designed room. So what do you do if you can't even find the things I'm talking about? Or perhaps you can find something but it doesn't match your existing decor. Well, I want to tell you this can be a wonderful, easy DIY project that makes a huge impact in your home. You can easily go to your hardware store and look for the doors that you typically use in a bifold closet door because they're going to have the same type of louvers as a shutter, and then grab some of our chalk finish paint and turn this into a project. Apply the paint, bring out your little hand sander, do a little bit of distressing, and then voila, you can instantly create a beautiful statement wall decor piece in your own home. I know this episode is a little bit out there, so if you have any questions, be sure to leave it in the comments section. I wanted to share this with you because this is one of my favorite ways, one of my favorite processes that I use in my shop, in my home, in my design projects to create that warmth, that coziness, and bring in a lot of the things I love, like the antique doors, vintage doors, chalk painted shutters, and so much more. So I really hoped you loved this episode. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That helps me know that you did like this type of content. Then when you're done, hit the subscribe or the follow button, and then make sure to click or ring the bell so you don't miss another one of our inspiring episodes. After that, I want you to head over to my blog where you can sign up to receive your free design newsletter and soak in endless hours of design tips. Till the next time we meet, keep using your amazing gifts to create heart in your home. We're gonna do the doors, the shutters, large pieces of art. In that case, I'm looking for very warm, rich wood tones. Apply the paint, bring out your little hand sander. I was gonna say sanitizer.